Good day, everybody. What's going on? I hope everybody's having a great day. We're working and we're losing at the same time. I've got a Ford Ranger we're fixing to pull the heads off of. It's got hasn't been run hot, but it's got a misfire and it's got a 3.0 V6 and it's like a what is this thing? It's a 99 model. So typical problem with these great motors. The motors are really tough. They can take a lot of abuse, but the valves they used a certain kind of material when they made the valves, and this thing's got like 280,000 miles on it. The valve seats start to give out. The seats and then the valves will kind of roll, and you'll get a misfire. Anyhow, today is wonderful news. Great news. Another big win for our side, and it's going to, well, our side, I hate saying that because it sounds like we're some kind of tyrannical dictatorship. A great win for America, and a great win for the heater. Let's cut that big thing off. Woo! The heater wanted to get right. Okay, so just right off the top of my head, what we've got here is in this. Heard this news from my fellow my co-host Shannon, and I had to get it out too. I did a video a while back about a voter roll cleanup system called E.R.I.C, an electronic registration information center. Yes, I remembered. Woo. Okay. EIR or E.R.I.C is was developed to help clean up the voter rolls, but turns out they found out otherwise. Information and registrations and I can't name all the stuff because those words will have me like kicked off YouTube quicker than anything. Uh, Anyhow, long story short, Louisiana has now decided not to go with it. They say, nope, not going to do it. We're going to leave it alone. Uh, Great. It's great because I know it's just one state. This thing was started off in 7 states, I think, and then it's expanded out to 31 states. So what it means is it looks like the other states will see that there is something wrong here and that they will start follow suit, and in that way they can actually do this on a state level, not a unified level like they have been doing. And this ERIC system is a George Soros funded operation through his Open Society, by the way. So if anybody wants to look up ERIC, there's some articles on that and it talks a little bit more about it. But what a wonderful thing that Louisiana's done. Totally unexpected because we haven't heard a lot about Louisiana and what they're doing, which is a good thing because sometimes when you're allowed to be left alone, you can really think. And so this has been a great thing. This is why I really am kind of like, I'm two ways about what's happening in Arizona. Wendy Rogers make a lot of noise. Don't hear much out of Brnovich. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Just got to give things time, and we've got to have faith in how these things work, and we've got to have faith in just the fact that daggone, there's a lot of us, and they know this. So, uh, and then let's see here. I'm going to do a video as well. I'm going to upload a video, and it's going to be of the trucker rally. It's awesome coverage. I'm actually borrowing this footage from another YouTuber whenever I put this up, so I'm not going to monetize it for YouTube. But yeah, a lot of really good things. Let's see here. Wait a minute. Yes, and also, I did a short a little bit ago about Neil Young, and people were like, "What are you talking about?" I forget that daggone how old I am, but Neil Young was an artist or a musician artist that kind of he came up into the late '60s, early mid '70s, and he was well known for being sort of an advocate for freedom, America against tyranny. He wanted a country that was free and people that could enjoy just the life and nature. But somehow or other, somewhere along the lines, he has been distorted, twisted, and bent. He has turned himself into the lefty lizard person that we see a lot of nowadays. And if he decided that an ultimatum would be set on Spotify because he's so popular now. Everybody's listening to his music, like Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi, all the real relevant people, all of the the backbone of society. Just those are the ones listening to his music, apparently. So he makes a big impact nowadays. So he threw an ultimatum up against Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan didn't make it, didn't even say nothing. He was just like, because Joe Rogan never really even spoke. To right now, most of I know, I don't think he said a thing about what's happened, which is even more pimp because of the fact that this doesn't even bother him enough to even mention anything about it. So Neil Young said, Spotify, if you don't take his content off, you're going to have to take my music off. Now, what's a little bit ironic about the whole thing, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me in the comments if you happen to know anything about this, but I think BlackRock Entertainment, or BlackRock, that's like a big conglomerate of some kind of a bunch of billionaire funded foundation that buys up land and all kind of different things, they own half of his music. So that means that what he did is put his, unless that was already pre-planned by these people to try to make a movement, whatever direction they're going, through BlackRock, because BlackRock technically would be like, no, no, you can put our half back on there because we have invested in that. So I haven't heard anything about that. But what I have seen here recently is now Neil Young has doubled down on his ignorant, step on the rake, dumb decision. He's asking other artists to pull their music as well. Now, this is where things are going to get really interesting if anybody responds. And I would like to see who, because yes, please let me know where you stand so we know where to put you, far as to the left or to the right. Anyhow, really excited to see that Wendy Rogers is down there in Arizona, still making a lot of noise. I talked about that earlier. Wisconsin, Timothy Rampton is awesome. Please, please, please. He won't be able to answer the phone, but if you'll call up there to his office, leave a message on that machine expressing your support to Timothy Rampton, saying, hey, we thank you so much for all you're doing. He has now been able to, it's not passed all the way through, and it probably won't pass all the way through, but he's decertifying the votes of the College of Electoral. I'll try to put it like that way so it just kind of rolls out. You know I have to do that. Well, it's went a lot further than anybody expected. It probably won't go all the way. That's okay. We're just setting precedents. But anyhow, I'm getting off track. Wendy Rogers is like, hey, if they can do that, why haven't we? Because see, they didn't have to do the audit. They were able to find out what happened through criminal activity that were able to be investigated by the actual sheriff's department that proved criminal activity took place. Cut and dry. That right there is grounds for the D word, which is the E.R.I.C. So be looking for some other really awesome things to start happening. Things are going to really line up. I talk a lot about things behind the scene, and I try not to give people false hope here. But trust me, there's only if I start reporting on speculation, then YouTube will definitely take me down. But from what I've been watching and things that's going on, I really have a lot of confidence in what's going down. So far as a slow recovery, nothing will happen right away. And it's meant to be that way. Government's not supposed to move fast because that way it gives things time to kind of work themselves out. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm excited, confident. So if you're down and out, I noticed views are down a little bit. I understand why. News hasn't been all that good lately, but we are winning. We're making things happen. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to stop making these videos. You're going to see the little notification. Boop, I'm going to be here. But anyhow, I wanted to just fill you in on a few little things about that. Thank goodness that they're not using E.R.I.C. And it's gonna make other states go that way as well. We've got to really secure Pennsylvania. That's the reason why the left is so out for Pennsylvania, because it's such a key battleground state. So it really got to keep God's hands on Pennsylvania. We're gonna be like kicking butt. So just get ready, folks. Get your cold drink, a nice lawn chair, sit down outside. It's cold right now, but pretend like it's summertime, because we're going to make it happen. I really thank everybody. Please check us out on the Fox and Archibald Show. That's on This Way Network. That's Shannon and I. Super cool dude. A lot of people. We're going to having lots of guests and everywhere. So anyways, let me get off of here. I know everybody's busy. Thank you so much for tuning in. God is in control.